Hello everyone, just wanted to let you know that we will be going live in just a few. I just gotta get some things done before we actually get started. So just so you're all aware that we're going to go live in a little bit later than usual, but I will be here in a few. Thank you for your patience ahead of time. I'll see you in a minute. took me long enough, but we're finally here. Welcome back, everybody, to Doom the Dark Ages. We are finally coming back to this. I have been meaning to get back into this game for a little bit, but for some bizarre reason, I just haven't really been doing it much. Which is a shame because I really enjoy this game so far. I've only been playing 4 chapters because I really wanted to get into the rest of this for the live streams. But we're finally coming back to it. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. Yeah, as you can see, we have quite a lot to explore in the game later on. We're probably gonna get into 100%ing most of the stages at some point. But first I just want to play through it casually, try and beat it. And we're also going to beat every single one of these. We're also going to try and beat, at the very least, the first 3 difficulty settings, like I said in a previous live stream. We're going to do Aspiring Slayer, which is easy mode, Hurt Me Plenty, which is medium, and Ultra Violence, which is hard mode. We're not gonna bother with any of the Nightmare modes, because in all honesty, I tried Nightmare mode on Doom 2016, and it was not a fun time. That is tough, even for me, as someone who has beat Ultra Violence 3 times already. I say that as if I'm any good at these games. I'm really not. I usually just kind of screw around. Looks like we're in some kind of arena or something. I have no clue what those things are. I reckon we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna learn about that in a little bit. That's got to be one of the titans that we're gonna have to fight. Is that a titan? Oh, what? No, wait a second. That's not right.
Thrusters online.
We get to ride it. No. I saw that thing in the trailers before, but I legitimately had no idea that this is what we're going to do. Fly to the Dragon's Den. That's got to be one over right over there, then. Oh my goodness. Hold E to ascend. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, here is, the cool thing about this, right? This is, we had not, seen this before. I mean, we've seen, the Doomslayer was already able to control demons before in Doom Eternal, right? But for the Doomslayer to also be able to ride a dragon in this, we had not seen that before. Oh shit, no. Alright. Oh, this is... Oh, what? Okay. Demonic turrets have energy shielding that cannot be damaged by standard cannon autocannon fire. Perfect dodge empowers your autocannon with plasma rounds to destroy these shields. Once the energy shields are destroyed, the turret can be eliminated. Oh, god. I can't go up and down apparently. Alright. Where is the last tank? It's gotta be around here somewhere. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Oh, it's up there. Okay, cool. Yeah, stop, please. Shit. Okay, those perfect dodges are actually... I don't want to say they're difficult, but they're also really not easy to pull off. It's really easy to miss time. Which is... Using your autocannon while boosting will increase its fire rate. Okay. Chase down hell ships with boosting to destroy them and earn gold. Alright. Now that's important. Now here's what I would like to know. How do you shoot faster when you're boosting like this? How does that work? I'm genuinely curious about that. I don't know, because I honestly have never seen a feature like that before. Oh, I forgot that I had the pulverizer. I definitely want to use the pulverizer the most in this game, because that thing is just unbelievably sick. Yeah, there we go. That dragon is seriously cool. I do feel like this is a little bit overwhelming for me, though, personally, because there's so much that this game is doing right from the very beginning of it. Like, if you really think about it, when you start off the game, you already get a very wide range of shit that you can do. There is just fighting the demons themselves with the weaponry that you already have. There's eliminations. You can now kill your enemies with a dash using your shield, which causes a massive shockwave and which can instantly kill 10 demons at once if they're all together. We also were able to control a giant mech as the Doomslayer in an earlier mission, and now we have dragon, and now we can actually fly a dragon. That's a lot of stuff that you get to do at the very beginning of the game. And if I can be honest, the one big fear that I currently have is that all of this stuff just appears in this one section of the game, but never gets brought up or ever makes any return again. Which I think would be really unfortunate, because I love the idea of being able to fly a dragon. Hellcarriers can only be destroyed from within. To unlock a landing zone, you must destroy all of the assault batteries and a shielded main cannon. Alright. Eliminating the assault batteries will disable the shield for the main cannon. Destroying the main cannon will expose a landing zone, allowing you to board the Hellcarrier. Oh, good lord. This is actually kinda crazy. Oh, man. I can immediately tell you, I am going to forget so much of this stuff as I go further into the game. I'm gonna forget so much of this. Because the thing is, it's not even so much that I suck at these games. Well, I do, but like, there is so much to keep track of. There's so much to this that's, like I said, it's honestly kinda overwhelming a lot of the time. Okay, so now I need to destroy this facility. I need to destroy this place from within. That's gonna be really fun, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, the pulverizer is just the ultimate weapon in this game. If you're going to play through this, the only weapon you're going to need is the pulverizer. There is no question about that. And the reason why you only need the pulverizer is because it is so unbelievably powerful. It shoots in a very wide range, like... Alright, so right over here is when I need the accelerator. I know that. And I can just do that. But now I can just use the pulverizer and kill him with it. It almost makes Aspiring Slayer a little bit too easy. Which I know is the point. It's easy mode, it's not supposed to be difficult at all, but... honestly... nah, I don't know. It's something that I find very peculiar about this. Because Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, when I was playing through those, even those were not especially easy when you were playing in easy mode. They were easy, but they were not that easy that you would be able to breeze through the entire game without dying once. This, I feel like I can just breeze through without dying once throughout the entire game. Which I know is a little bit cocky, but that is genuinely what it feels like to me right now. Shit, I should have upgraded something else besides that thing. Oh well. Don't get me wrong though, I'm still absolutely enjoying this from beginning to end. I really like what they did here, but there is just so much to this game that I just find mind-boggling. How was I supposed to get in here again? Hang on. I know that there is something that I'm supposed to do with that. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do with the green doors again. I mean, am I even supposed to do anything with that? Oh, there we go. I'm supposed to shield that thing. Cool. Wait, was there anything more that I could do here? I mean, obviously I'm not gonna be able to get back up there. But that's fine. Oh, look at that! See, now I'm low on ammo on my pulverizer. Now I need to go into my other weapons. There we go. Okay. Easy there, big guy. Now this is where... Okay, yeah. Oh! Maximum shell ammo increased. Okay. Thank you very much. I am really appreciative of that. Awesome.
Target destroyed. Destroying all the ships will lower the barrier and open a path inside.
Well, that was a good, And come on! Yeah, there we go. And now I can just land down there. It's going to be really fun to play through this in Ultra Violence, though, I reckon. Because Ultra Violence is what I would consider the ultimate test if you really know your way around the game. And the reason for that is not necessarily because it's the hardest difficulty setting in the whole game, because obviously it isn't. It's actually... it's really not that difficult if you know what you're doing. But that's the thing. You will have to know what you're doing before you actually will be able to beat it comfortably. If you don't know what you're doing in Ultra Violence, you're going to have a really rough time. Now the same thing could be said for Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare and Ultra Pandemonium, as it's called in this one. But I honestly don't really put those in the same category as, say, okay, you're a big guy. I honestly don't think that I quite put those in the same vein. Because the thing with Ultra Pandemonium is that it's obviously going to be the ultimate test for any Doom player to be able to beat that. I reckon if you're going to if you get shot once by anything in Ultra Pandemonium, you're just dead pretty much instantly. That's all I can really imagine happening in terms of just how rough Doom the Dark Ages will be if you were to play it in that difficulty setting. And it's going to be a whole ordeal trying to beat that. Now let's go for a boost. But yeah, if you can beat this in Ultra Violence, or yeah, it's actually called Ultra Violence in this. I'd say you did pretty dang well. And I will say I did pretty dang well by beating it in Ultra Violence. Because the thing with Ultra Violence is also that it's obscenely precise. Any error you make in Ultra Violence is just too much. Which only gets worse the further you go into it. If I was to play this in Nightmare mode, it would be literally impossible. Because I am not that good at this. Oh boy. Alright. Because there is so much to keep track of in this game, and there is so much stuff going on. it's really easy to get overwhelmed and just lose sight of what you're doing. Obviously, I'm not having that hard of a time right now because I'm playing in the easiest difficulty setting imaginable, but I reckon if I was to play this in ultraviolence, it would become a lot more challenging for me. Put it that way. Unless, of course, I just keep using the pulverizer the entire time. Where? I see the ground shaking. I see a lot of stuff happening, but I think that's because, oh yeah, it's because of all of that stuff going on over there. Great. Let's freaking go for this. Oh crap, man. Just get rid of that freaking armor of his. And kill him instantly. That's all there is to it. I reckon enemies would also have a lot more health than they currently do. To be honest. Oh, yeah, there's another one over there. And there's another one right over here. Oh. Is there one more? Yeah, there's one more. Honestly, I don't even know... Is there such a thing as fodder in this game? Because... I feel like that's a thing here. And I don't know if that is entirely true. Let's see what we have here. Is that... the cycler? Don't tell me we already got the frickin' gauge cannon. Oh no, this is another thing entirely. Okay. The cycler uses powerful plasma spikes at a moderate rate of fire. As a plasma weapon, it can also quickly overload energy shields to generate damaging explosions. Okay, so it's a more rapid fire version of the plasma rifle that you would otherwise have. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. When I was first starting this game up, I was kinda worried about the music not hitting quite as hard as Mick Gordon's music did. And I do think you can definitely hear a difference between the two. But I do really, really love the music in this game. It sounds really awesome. A lot better than I was initially anticipating, to be honest. It still doesn't hit quite as hard, I don't think, as Doom 2016's music did. But I gotta be fair. Doom 2016 is just a really tough game to beat, in all honesty. Because that game was already so close to perfection. In fact, I do think that Doom 2016 is perfection. I think that it is peak first-person shooter in so many ways. Because it just knew what it needed to be. And it knew what it needed to do to be the ultimate first-person shooter. And it was also just not pulling any punches with what it was trying to accomplish. It was just trying to be everything that the Doom franchise needed to be, and everything that gamers wanted to see from the Doom franchise, or from a modern version of Doom. And as a Doom game, I think it does a phenomenal job. It plays fantastically, it does everything you need it to do. And everything about it just feels incredible to do. So, it was honestly just really tough to beat Doom 2016 as it is. Because I do strongly believe that Doom 2016 was peak first-person shooter. And it will always be for me, personally. So, comparing this to Doom 2016 is tough, especially because it is clearly trying to be something completely different. Well, maybe not something completely different. It is obviously still a Doom game. But that's the problem that I personally have with this and with Doom Eternal, is that Doom 2016 set a standard that this franchise, for me personally, has not been able to live up to at all in the last few years that the Doom franchise has been expanding. It has definitely expanded in amazing ways. I like a lot of the stuff that Doom Eternal and Doom the Dark Ages is trying to accomplish. But there's also a lot of things that I did not really like about Doom 2016. Well, Doom 2016. There's also a lot of things that I personally just really was not that into about Doom Eternal. And it mostly just came down to the game being utterly frustrating to play in a lot of places. Is that the Doom? No, that's not the Doom Slayer emblem. I thought that was his emblem for a second. But, oh fuck, no! Oh no, oh no. Oh shit, no. I just spilled water on my mouse. And I don't know how resilient these things are to water these days. That's gonna cause all sorts of problems if I'm not careful. Oh god, okay. I also spilled a little bit on my keyboard, but I'm pretty sure that the keyboard should be fine. It's just the mouse that I'm worried about right now. I should be so much more careful when I'm at my computer. This happened before, where I just kind of was being very reckless. And that just spilled water literally everywhere. I also just spilled water on the floor one time. That fortunately was a long time ago. But it also went over my computer, and I am so grateful that did not end up breaking anything. So, okay, so I can still switch my DPI. The light is still on. Let me see if I can actually show this properly. Everything is going wrong all of a sudden. That's great. The light is still on my mouse, so that's good. Like I said, the DPI switcher is still working. Left mouse click is still working, right mouse spun. I'm just testing everything on my mouse. I'm hoping nothing will break down from this, because I would be extremely upset by this. Not that this was an especially expensive mouse. It was actually quite cheap, all things considered, but still, I would be really upset if this mouse ends up breaking on me because I was just being an idiot. For a second I thought that this was a remix of At Doom's Gate, which I'm honestly kind of surprised, because they didn't have a remix of At Doom's Gate in this. And I find that interesting because they've always had some kind of remix of what was I about to say? They've always had some kind of remix of At Doom's Gate for the Doom games. Up until Doom Eternal. So I just find it really bizarre that they ended up not doing that for this one. It's kind of weird, right? Or is that just me? Maybe that's just me being a Doom nerd, but... oh well. I don't really care. Yeah, let's just burst you into flames. Well, maybe not flames, but you know what I mean. Let's see what we get in here. Is that... no! Oh! I've been waiting for this. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, the super shotgun. This was my favorite weapon in Doom Eternal and Doom 2016. This is actually really early for me to get this weapon, because usually it would take I want to say until halfway through the game to get this. And now I'm getting it from the very get-go, pretty much. Well, maybe not from the very get-go, but very early on. There we go. So, honestly, that is just really sick. I found a secret area. Are you for real? Okay. I did not realize that I did that. Was that the chandelier that I just... I legitimately have no idea. I mean, not that it matters that much, but... still think that it's kind of interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh, did I miss anything here? I kind of just rushing through the game. I know that I probably shouldn't, because there's so much to explore in this. A very good friend of mine recently 100%ed the first level, which I think is amazing, because I have absolutely no idea how to find much of anything in this game. And I know that I probably should just take my time and properly explore every crevice of the level design, but honestly, that's not really something that I'm that interested in as of yet. I just want to try and beat it in the first place. I play through it casually. But yeah, he told me just... and this much should be obvious to anyone watching any of this footage, but the game is just absolutely massive. There is so much to explore here, and it's just insanity how big the game really is. Am I supposed to go? Oh yeah, here is where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, like I said, this game is just really not that hard as of yet. But again, I'm playing this on the easiest difficulty in the whole game, so maybe that's not entirely fair of me to judge. Not yet, anyway. It will be once I actually end up beating the game. But, or when I finally end up playing the game in ultra violence, but we're about to find out, I guess. I'm actually kind of curious as to how many chapters there are in this game. This chapter is really long, by the way. Fly to the heart chamber. Alright. And sit up there. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Malin, move into position.
I'm also very curious, how do people feel about the cutscenes in the Dark Ages? Me, personally, I would say... I don't die? Huh. Okay. I mean... interesting choice. See... Okay, so here's my problem with Doom the Dark Ages so far. I really enjoy the gameplay. I think there is so much to the gameplay that is absolutely fantastic. With the intense action, the music, the weapons, the way that they feel, all of the things that you would expect from Doom. It's all here and it's all absolutely fantastic. I have absolutely nothing against the gameplay portion of this, because at its absolute core, it still looks and it plays like a Doom game. It's just that there are so many choices that they made with this that I honestly just find confusing. Because I don't understand, I fell into a pit, right? Into a black hole, essentially. Into the depths of hell. Why doesn't the game let you die from that? Why doesn't the game punish you for essentially falling straight into your death? I honestly just... I don't fully understand it, because the previous titles in this, even Doom Eternal, which a game which I did not enjoy quite as much as most people did, it was really unforgiving in a lot of places, even in the easiest difficulty setting. Which is I'm too young to die, as they called it at the time. Even that was extremely unforgiving. And it just... it was going to give you a really bad time. It was not going to go easy on you. Despite it being on the easiest difficulty setting in the entire game. It was going to let you know that it means business in every single sense of the word. And that was, in my honest opinion, what I personally really loved about Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, for that matter. This feels like it's pulling a lot of punches. This feels like it's a lot easier than I feel it needs to be, or it should be. And I just don't like that as much, personally. Which I know is a controversial opinion, because a lot of people, like I said earlier, a lot of people love this.
I'm headed to the chamber now.
And if that is you, all the power to you. But I personally... Like I said, I like the core gameplay of Doom Eternal, of the Dark Ages. I think the core gameplay of this is fantastic, and I love it. But it's just not what I expect. It's just not the complete Doom experience for me, personally. There's the witch. These cinematic cutscenes also slow down the game a lot in what I feel like should be a fast-paced first-person shooter that does not stop you for anything. Doom 2016 did have some cutscenes, but you were seeing those through the eyes of the Doom Slayer.
How brave. Ignite the charges.
So I know okay, so I'm gonna be perfectly fair. I know that I'm nitpicking a little bit here, but the reason why I'm nitpicking is because Doom 2016 is one of, if not my favorite game of all time. I love Doom 2016 so much. It is phenomenal. And I understand that because it is kind of peak FPS for me, nothing will ever be able to beat it, I don't think. But there are so many fundamental things to Doom that I think should not be touched. And when the game feels like it's pulling punches from me, that is when I think it fails on a fundamental level. For me personally. So, I don't know. It's also very in your face about how much shit you missed. But like I said, the game is utterly massive. It is the biggest Doom game ever released. And this right here is a perfect example of this. Look at the amount of shit that you can find. Look at the amount of gold that you could find here. Have I been able to find even half of that? No, of course not. So 100%ing this game is going to be a journey and a half for me, and I don't think I'm gonna be up to the task for that. Not only because I just don't have the patience for that, but also because of how big the levels are.
The ships are refueling, sire. We should be ready to leave as soon as the cruisers are done loading.
Very good. Get to your ship. I thought you left for the command station. Everyone is evacuating.
So you are holding on to it.
Until we get to the location. A new vault is being built.
Is that a talisman of the demons?
If what they say is true, then this is a part of our heritage, not the Makers. Valen, are you seeing anything?
No sign of activity, sir.
Okay, you're holding on to an artifact that you don't even know if it belonged to your ancestors. That's an interesting decision.
Threat level increasing.
Should we launch the Slayer now? The Sentinels will be overrun.
Then what about us?
I find this so fascinating, though. This concept of the Doomslayer not just being a person, he's actively being used as a weapon now. What is happening to him? Oh boy.
Slayer detected.
Are we going to fight the Makers? Dude, he's on a freaking platform far away from you. Chill. Oh my goodness. He is resisting.
Turn it off before he kills us all.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to raise your guns at him.
It would appear that the Slayer no longer wishes to be detained here.
Shield power down to 35%.
Should we terminate his life functions?
And destroy the Khan Maker's prized possession.
34.
So long as he has that tether on him,
33.
we can still have a hand in his fate.
32.
This is so fascinating because the Doomslayer is invincible. He cannot die. He can be killed, but he cannot age, is the thing. So, for the longest time the Doomslayer was used, this is a prequel to Doom 2016, to be perfectly clear. For the longest time, the Doomslayer was used as a weapon for the Makers.
Thank you, Bishop Creed.
Which is a really fascinating thing for me, personally. I love that idea. Because now you actually get to see the Doomslayer from a completely different point of view. From a completely different perspective.
Deflector shield.
Lord Novik, it's a massive force. 3 legions worth.
His anger, his rage against demons is being used as a weapon.
The hangar is blockaded, sire.
And he is feared by demon and man alike. Which is insane to me. I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you really think about it, because the dude is the most powerful weapon imaginable. Do people even acknowledge the Slayer? In fact, they do. Yeah, the second you come close to anyone and they start notice you, they immediately start trembling. It's actually kinda... I honestly don't even know what to make of that. It's honestly kinda sad to see, because the Slayer... It essentially implies that the Slayer is pretty much forever alone. And that much is confirmed in Doom Eternal, where he has his own space facility where he basically watches Earth, and also has a full record of what's going on in Hell, which is just... It's honestly kind of sad thinking about all of this. And I am a little confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Am I supposed to go down here? No, of course not. Am I supposed to take control of one of these turrets or something? I really am not sure. Hello, dude. Can't punch him. I kind of wish I could punch these people, because that would be so fun.
All Atlas to defensive positions.
Marking the Hellgates now.
Am I supposed to go somewhere? I legitimately have no idea where the heck I'm going. Ah, here we go. Would have been really nice if I got any indicator of whether or not I was supposed to be going somewhere ahead of time. But oh well. Throw the shield. Yeah, I get it. So I can go through here. Yeah.
The Creed ship hasn't moved outside the combat zone. Energy production is down because of the war. This is his district. Khan would have him executed if he left.
Where are all of you guys going? Is there demons up ahead or something? And yet it's still so nerve-wracking. When the music slows down and you have absolutely no idea what's going on, what's up ahead, it is genuinely still so nerve-wracking and scary. Oh! Oh, the flail! I was waiting for this. So this is a weapon that the Slayer holds in the menu. Flail strikes deal additional damage to metal shields and armor. On contact, the flail will also generate a damaging blast that affects nearby enemies. The flail recharges slower than the power gauntlet. Parrying Hell Surge attacks with Hell Surge attacks will grant a melee charge. Yeah! Oh, this is gonna be so good. Okay, so... Oh, okay. So, I can only equip one melee weapon at a time. Apparently, there is one more. Obviously, there's also the shield. But that one is already permanently equipped to you, so you don't necessarily have to do that. Okay. I like the idea of having a flail. I wonder if it's going to... Why do I still have the shield? I thought I equipped this. I do. Oh, there we go. The power gauntlet is not my shield, it's something completely different. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Oh, there's so many guys over here. Let's actually go over here. Let's have a fight. Oh! Yeah! That's how I like it. Oh man, that flail feels awesome to use. See, this is what I wanted to see. This is the kind of stuff that I love about Doom. This kind of intensity. And also just the flail in general. It feels so good to use. I kind of just want to get rid of that freaking armor. And kill that dude. Pulverize that guy. There we go. Come on, dudes, let's dance. Oh, it's that frickin' thing from Doom Eternal.
Defensive turrets took some damage. Slayer, we need time to repair them before we can clear a path for the lifeboats.
There are 4 more Hellgates.
Ooh, that flail, man. That flail is going to be awesome to play with. Is that... That is not a gore nest, is it? I guess it is. And it would appear as though they brought the gore nests back in a more traditional sense, where destroying the gore nests will spawn a giant wave of demons that you need to fight off then. That's what this looks like, at least, to me. I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know how true that is, but that's what this feels like. And we got a ruby again. Alright. Apparently there's something green over there. I feel like that's something that I need to open up. There's really only one way to find out, and that's to give it a look. Oh, this is one of those upgrade shrines. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I don't have gold for that stuff. Also, I haven't really mentioned this because I didn't know this when I first played this. But apparently, this game was made from the ground up with ray tracing in mind. So this doesn't really have a separate ray tracing mode that you can enable and then play with. This just comes with RTX enabled from the start, and I'm curious as to whether or not that is actually true. For some reason, this is not on... so the higher... I want to play this in Ultra Nightmare. I want to see if this is going to run remotely well. I mean, it runs a little bit worse than what it did before. But it still runs pretty dang well on my computer. I don't have the most powerful computer. I only have an RTX 4060. Which I believe is... I don't want to say it's ancient. Compared to what you can get today. But it's definitely not the best in the world. There's definitely better equipment that I could get for my PC to play this in a little bit higher frame rate. But the fact that this is even able to play at all at such a high... Because Ultra Nightmare is kinda the highest setting that this game has available. So the fact that this is even able to play at all like this. Now, we have yet to see what is gonna come up. If there's, because I reckon the more chaos ensues in this game, the harder it becomes for this game to run. But we'll find out what happens. Let's just kill you with my flail. There we go. Yeah, that shield is still absolutely awesome to use. Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. This game also just, because of how utterly massive this game looks, I'm surprised that this game is even able to run at as smooth of a frame rate as it does. And here's the thing, right? Is you don't necessarily need to have the most powerful PC in the world to be able to run games that look this good. Because you very well can run the latest and greatest AAA games at the highest possible settings, even if you have a relatively weak graphics card, so long as those games are properly, I don't want to say supported, because you don't necessarily need a game that has proper support for the latest and greatest AAAs. What you need is for the game to be properly optimized for most hardware available. If the game is properly optimized, that alone goes a really long way in making the game as playable as it can possibly be. So you don't necessarily need to have the latest and greatest hardware at your disposal in order to be able to play any game whatsoever on your PC. And I need to parry those green bits right there. I'm low on health. I should probably get a little bit more. Because I'm getting in some serious trouble otherwise. Okay. This is actually getting... Oh boy. Alright. It's just... Yeah, okay. Something needs to be done for that shield of his to be pulverized. And I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to be doing about that. To be completely honest. But there's really only one way to find out what I'm supposed to do about that. And that is trial and error. Just like everything else in Doom. Oh, those things look sick. Too bad they're weak against my shield and my pulverizer. Alright. Okay, leader's shield is disabled. Now I can kill the leader. Finally. So I should be able to just do this. And throw my shield. Why can't I just destroy your armor? There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's... Yeah, I feel like this thing is still a little bit weaker than it should be. Come on. Ah! Don't get in my way. Let me kill this piece of crap. There we go. And we got what I presume is an ammo upgrade. Yeah, we got maximum spike ammo increased. Cool. Easy. Easy. Actually, that was not that easy. That was the first time that I was actually struggling with something. I'll give it that. That was actually kind of a struggle. So, hey. Color me impressed, Doom. I mean, I will always be impressed by anything that this game does, honestly. I don't think that I... Well, okay, I should not say that. I've definitely had my fair share of complaints during this entire playthrough so far. Not necessarily because it's a bad game, but because it's just a very confusing game to me, personally. I got some gold, apparently. I don't know what I did to get gold, but I got some gold. And that's all that matters to me. I think... Oh my god. Something big is going down over here. There's a big party. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm here to let you know your time has come. My time is now. Meanwhile, your time is running out. Alright, there's more armor over here. Why can't I climb on certain latches? I don't... Oh well. Whatever. Whatever. There we go. Is that bombs? Did I just sell? Was that a bomb emblem? Or is that something else entirely? I don't know. Am I supposed to be doing something with this? And there you go. Yeah, for some reason I just can't climb on certain latches, even though I should be able to climb on certain latches. Alright. Oh boy. I feel like I'm making some really stupid mistakes by doing this. Also, I just now realized I don't have my chainsaw yet. I mean, I don't know if chainsaws are a thing in this game. But it seems really bizarre. Oh my god. Titans are fighting each other over there. That is sick. But yeah, it's really bizarre to me that I have not gotten a chainsaw. Usually by this point in the game you would already have a chainsaw. So I don't know if a chainsaw will come up later, or if I just completely missed it. No, I don't think I completely missed it. Because every single weapon in this is just being given to you. Really, really obviously. So I don't think that I necessarily missed anything. As far as I'm aware, at least. I don't know. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Oh crap, did I just make a mistake? I feel like I made a mistake. I should, where am I supposed to be going from here? Oh, there we go. So I just do that. That will never not be satisfying. Really, is that all there was to that? Just a little bit of gold that I got? Oh, look at that. Okay. I was actually kind of thinking, wait, is that really all that I came here for? For a little bit of fucking gold? Well, that sure was a waste of time. Oh, no, wait, here's an actual pathway that I could go through. I was kind of hoping that those things would be parryable, but they're not, unfortunately. Gold. I feel like a child who is just following a trail of money, only to then realize...
Seek out additional stockpiles.
Only to then realize, oh wait, that's a man! BOOM! Dead. Yeah, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not gonna go down that path again. I'm supposed to climb up here. Oh, so this place is completely and utterly dead. I just realized. Man, the shadows in this. Like I said, this game is from the ground up designed with ray tracing in mind. And the game, it makes the game so beautiful to look at. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal already looked gorgeous. This is better. This looks so much better. I feel like something is about to happen. Oh yeah, and it did. Imps! The bane of my existence. I've always had a kind of love-hate relationship with imps. Because I find imps to be utterly frustrating to fight in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. But at the same time, when you finally do manage to kill them, it is incredibly satisfying. But that was mostly because Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal had very satisfying... they had very satisfying glory kills that you could do. Oh, okay, yeah, that was, sure wasn't jarring at all, just having those characters pop in out of frickin' nowhere like that. Kill cultists to destroy the gore portal. Alright. So gore portals and gore nests did in fact make a return in this. Do I need to stand on this? Yeah, okay. What am I supposed to do from here then? Am I supposed to just run for it? Apparently this switch goes underneath this, so I can't really do much of anything with that. Alright. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to open this up somehow. Oh, fuck. Did I make a mistake? Is that a button? Oh, no, it's a switch. Alright. Or a lever, whatever you want to call it. Something down here? I can't even go down there. Why is there an invisible barrier on top of that? Come on! Okay. So... I think the goal is to let that thing drop onto that button. So that I can get to whatever the heck that is. It looks like an upgrade for my super shotgun. But it's hard to say, really. It's always... With this game, you're never entirely sure what leads to what and what does what. You're just dropped in this world and you are expected to figure it out. And that's an aspect of Doom that I always enjoyed. It doesn't tell you what to do, it doesn't really hold your hand on anything or whatever. You are just expected to know what's going on right from the get-go. Alright. So we got all of that. Now what? Admittedly, it does get a little bit frustrating that the game doesn't really tell you what to do at certain points where I feel like it kinda should. But then again, that's just a minor complaint more than anything else. Why didn't that destroy the lights? I can destroy literally everything I want in here, but I can't destroy an actual friggin' light? Oh! I'm an idiot. I should, I need to destroy these freaking things. Yeah, see? Alright. But then, I also need to figure out how to get over here. Something behind here? No. Bull. Yeah, this is one tough cookie to crack. Because I need to figure out how to get behind here. That is not going to help me much. Is that going to do much for me? Apparently not. These are green things, but I can't really interact with them. Somehow I'm thinking I'm supposed to do something from up there. But it doesn't look like I can really get up there. Okay, that was a thing I did, I guess. What is this? Is this a stone statue, or... I have no idea. I keep just walking around in circles at this point. Let's see, is there something I can do here? No. I think that's where I found the gold earlier. Is there something back here that I need? No, that's just a giant door that I cannot open right now. This is a really tough one. And also a really weird one. I don't know exactly what the game wants from me here. See, this is what I was referring to earlier. Because the game basically expects me to figure this out. But I have... Did I just destroy a wolf statue? I'm so sorry. Oh! Here we go. Yeah, that just activated that thing. And now I got a life sigil. Okay. Now I can do that. Oh my god. Alright. Sure. Let's see what this is going to do for me. It looks like a weapon. Chain shot. Is that... It fires a dense spherical core that deals damage on contact before being retracted. No! Okay. Okay. If that is what I think it is... Oh my goodness. You're kidding me. I mean, it's slow like hell. I don't know if I like it being that slow. But I mean... Yeah, here's the gore portal. And that's... I figured that would be the end, but doesn't look like it is. Yeah, the chain shot is a weird one. I'm gonna need to get used to that. Probably, I think I just have to get used to it. But, oh my goodness, there's so much going on down here. Am I supposed to go down here, or am I supposed to... stay here and figure out a way to... Yeah, I probably need to go down here. Let's just go for it. Oh! Okay, I thought I saw something moving down here. Bunch of bodies that I unfortunately cannot interact with anymore. You cannot interact with any corpses at all anymore. Well, I can interact with these corpses. But that's it. You can't really maim any corpses any further than they already have been maimed, unfortunately, so... Oh, this is always so cool to me. It's a lot of blood. What am I exactly running to over here? I am... Oh, the suspense, it's killing me. It's actually genuinely terrifying. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the chain shot is a really weird one. It's not even that it's weird. It's that it's also just really slow for some reason. It doesn't have that snap to it that I would expect from a Doom weapon. Maybe that's the point. But... Nah, I don't know. It still feels really weird to use to me. There we go. It can shoot pretty far, so that's nice, I guess. But yeah, I never quite know what to think with it. What was this shredder again? Okay, that was that thing, apparently. I completely forgot that the shredder was even a thing. But yeah, that's what that is. More gold down there. Let's just get the gold. Let's get the gold. As well as the codex. Can I go down there? Yes, I can. And let's also... Oh! Oh well! Never mind, I'm just gonna ignore those guys. That right there is... Oh! Not another one of those leaders, come on! Just why? Oh, alright. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. Boom. Anything up here? Nope. Okay, yeah, that has got to be the leader up there. That was apparently not the leader. Where's the leader then? It's obviously not you. There we go. Sorry if I'm a little bit quieter in this part, guys. It's just that because of how much stuff is going on, it is actually surprisingly... Oh, there we go. That must be the leader. That must be it. Pulverize that piece of crap. That was still not the leader. Who was the leader then? Is that you? No! Where is that piece of shit? Oh, I think I see him. I don't believe it. I think I see him. It's the mythical Herobrine. If you remember that one, then you are a freaking legend. Because that song is a freaking classic. And for no reason, now I sing in French. Oh no, wait, that was a different song entirely, was it not? Yeah. Finally got the leader for Chile, which is great. Oh, come on! And don't run away from me, you piece of shit. Why doesn't your shield just... There we go. Ta 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 ta. Okay. There we go. And we got armor increase. Excellent. Yeah, ammo and health and armor upgrades. That's also just something that you have to unlock after beating a boss or something. Which is also weird. Again, so many weird decisions that they made with this game. Which I don't even know why they decided to do that. But oh well, they did it, and there's really nothing that I can do to change it, unfortunately. Let's just get rid of you real quick. There's so many of you pieces of shit. Bam! Oh my goodness. Oh. Be gone! There we go. Got him. Anyone else? No, we just got a portal to the other world. Another gore portal. Oh no, you're kidding me. There's so many gates. Actually, there's not that many. There's 2. Alright. Let's see how to get there. Is that even... Alright. I don't believe it. I think I see him. It's the mythical Herobrine. I feel like I should be able to do something with this. And I was. Okay. I can climb up this one. And then do that, yes. I don't even know what the heck that is supposed to be, by the way. Oh, there we go. And then... Yeah, alright. So am I just supposed to... Oh, wait. A little bit of gold over there. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even do this. Okay. Any more gold to find here? Yeah, giant pile. I'm finding a lot more gold here than I was able to in the previous levels, which is good. Because that's going to be really important later on, I feel like. Also, when I finally get to this game in Hurt Me Plenty and in Ultra Violence, I do want to, at the very least, try to find more secrets and general stuff, because I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of stuff here. Alright. What is happening here? I don't even know if I'm going the right way at this point. I'm just going. What do we have here? Apparently there's fire underwater. Can somebody explain to me how that works? Oh God! I was really not ready for that one. You piece of crap. Let's just run for it. Let's run for it. Ah, there we go. And more of these. Or something. Ah, those were the gates. Cool. Then we can just kill all of these guys. And that destroyed the gore nest. Awesome.
Hellgate's eliminated.
The turrets are back online. Get the transports ready to launch.
This is also a really long chapter, by the way. I just realized.
Thank you, Slayer.
There is a legend born long ago about a wicked man no one knows. I actually should look up if there's a song based on Doom 2016, or at least the Doom franchise in general, really, on YouTube, because that would be really sick if the Doom Slayer has his own anthem made for him. I think he really deserves that, given how freaking epic he is at what he does and everything. It would be really fitting, let's be real. And come on, let me just end this piece of shit. And he dead. And we got some of these things that we can now set to the side, I guess. Or destroy, whatever you want to call it. Explosions in this look so cool, man. They will never not look awesome to me. I know I'm just kind of... Oh my goodness! What in the world is that? Okay. That sure was unexpected. I was not ready for a giant tentacle to come out. They had those exact same tentacles in Doom Eternal as well, but those were tiny. I figured this would be the same if they were to come back. Alright. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And we got Argent Energy. What on earth is that? Please don't tell me I gotta fight that thing in a second. That would be insane. It looks like one of our own Titans is already going to fight it. And he's gonna get killed. Uh-oh. That's a bad sign. That's a really bad sign. Yeah, again, they don't have music in the this frickin' screen. At the very least, give me a remix of At Doom's Gate again. That would have been awesome, but no, we couldn't even have one of those. Oh my god. This was truly an experience. This is a long mission, and I can assure you it is going to be all the more epic the further along we get. Unfortunately, that is all I have time for today. This stream was insanity. And it was insanity for a lot of reasons. The primary reason was because this whole thing that we just saw was long. There was a lot going on. We flew a dragon. We unlocked like 3 new weapons, maybe 4 in the same live stream. But it's also just been so epic. Now, I will admit, so far, the game, I mean, the game is absolutely brilliant in a lot of places. In its core gameplay, I absolutely love this so far. I am actually kind of curious, how many more chapters are there? It doesn't want to show me. But we're already at chapter 7. I would be really curious to see how much more there is to this. I will say though, if chapter 8 turns out to be the last one, I really hope that it won't be the last one. Because that honestly seems like it would seem like the game would be incredibly short if that is the case. I've only played 4 hours of it at this point. Yeah, about 4 hours. I would be disappointed if I learned that chapter 8 would be the last chapter of this entire game. But then again, as it is, I do think that the game is incredibly epic. And honestly, I think that's fine. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. I'm really sorry. I also did not mean to do that. There we go. That's better. But yeah, I like Doom Eternal. So far, it's a very good game. I enjoy it. And, we're gonna come back for more. I guess, if you guys want to see that. But yeah, I want to thank all of you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, you know how it goes. The stream and the stream is here. And I will see you all in the next one.